Okay, so good morning, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about the Common Core. And before I do, I'm going to tell you a story of when I was an avid tutor at Fullerton Union High School. As an avid tutor at Fullerton Union High School, I was able to observe students, specifically avid freshman tutors, who were behind in math, English, and science. And most of these students would tell me the reason why they were behind was because they had a hard time learning new methods from the high school teachers than from the ones that were from middle school. And as parents, you guys may believe that transitioning from the regular state standards to the Common Core state standards will affect your children's grades, or you guys may think that the teachers might not successfully, successfully implement the state standards correctly in class. And you guys are not alone. According to the Huffington Post, it states that without an effort from the teachers, the Common Core state standards will fail and our education system will be behind by decades. And another survey indicates that math teachers believe that the Common Core state standards are pretty much the same as the regular state standards. And today I'm going to teach you the impact the Common Core state standards will have from grades K through 12. And first, I will teach you the impact it will have in math. Second, I will teach you the impact it will have in English. And thirdly, I will teach you the impact it will have behind the classroom. So today now that I covered the intro on the Common Core state standards, I will teach you the impact it will have in math. So under the Common Core state standards in math, we will the grades K through 8 will be divided into domains, meaning that they're going to have different sections. So for example, you're going to have K to 3rd grade, and then you're going to have 5th to 6th to 8th grade. And then in high school, it depends on the district, and they'll divide it in the way they want to divide it. And throughout these, there's going to be also a process called progressions. And the Arizona State University defines progressions as narrative documents that will determine the students' development in each grade and the material they learn and how they develop in every grade. And with the progressions, so for example, like instead of teaching multiplication and division in 2nd grade, it will be taught until 3rd grade. And in each, from K to 8th grade, they're going to be teaching similar material. So like for example, they'll be teaching like multiplication, division, addition, like from K to 3rd grade. And then it's going to be the same thing from 5th to 6th grade, except they're going to add, they might add like geometry in there or pre-algebra in there. And then when you get to 7th and 8th grade, they're going to add functions. But it's just going to advance. And the reason for this is because they want students to be able to learn less material and have more time to actually understand and sit down and actually, go step by step with the material. So in high school, it's going to be different. The teachers want to be able to correlate real world experiences with math. So for example, when you're in math class, they might give you examples on a probability or statistic problem, and your example might be how to calculate your allowance. So then when you get out of high school, you actually have, you actually are using your math that you learned in high school, and it won't be just like a waste of time. And math teachers want you guys to love math, so when you're in a career or something and you need to calculate, your spending, you actually know a formula from high school to use. Okay, so now that I covered the impact it will have in math, I'm going to teach you the impact it will have in English. So under the English Language Arts standards, it's going to be divided into sections. So you're going to have your reading section, and then you have your writing section, and then your listening and speaking, and then your language. And on each section, for example, with the reading section, you're going to have to learn how to read closely. So teachers are gonna, well, all of these sections are just trying to get you ready for college. That's all the Common Core State Standards are trying to do under the English Language Arts, is trying to get you ready for college. Because college teachers believe that students are coming into college taking remedial classes, and they're really trying to get students to, when they enter college, be prepared and already are in the college level. And it's mainly like in English, students come in below the English 100 level. So that's why starting in elementary, they want to teach students how to cite stuff, how to read sources, how to be critical thinkers. And one of the things they really want students to learn is how to read informational text, which is how to read newspaper articles or how to read interviews, and because this is going to be useful when they get out of high school and when they get out of high school. And according, I believe it was in a video that is called Common Core State Standards English Language Arts in the website teaching.org. It states that in high school they want students to be able to have 70% knowledge in informational text. So by the time they go to college, they're advanced in that type of knowledge. So it starts in elementary, and then it gets to when they go to high school, they're 70%, and then when they go to college, they're ready. And college teachers won't have to. All they have to do is review that and stuff. So now that I covered the impact, it will have in English department, I'm gonna teach you the impact it will have behind the classroom. So the method that they're using under the Common Core State Standards is they're trying to, like I said earlier in math, is trying to give students less material to learn instead of just throwing all this material at them and all these formulas and equations. They want students to be able to actually have more time to learn the material. So that's why in math, they're trying to like use the same material, the same method. So like they want geometry to be taught like from K to 8th grade, but advanced in each grade. So then students have more time to understand geometry. So that's why algebra is not being taught in middle school anymore. It's going to be taught until they get to high school, because they know students, when they get to high school, they are behind in algebra. So they're going to have to retake the class. So that's what, under the Common Core State Standards, they want them to, they want students to just be taught algebra until they get to high school. So that's one of the methods they're using under the Common Core State Standards. And the textbooks that are being used in class are going to be similar. So all the states that adopted the Common Core State Standards are going to be reading similar textbooks and using similar textbooks, instead of when it was before, they would use, every teacher would use like, with the other state standards, the teachers would use like different types of levels of textbooks, and some will be using higher levels, others will be using lower levels, but they will be using it for the same subject. So now they're going to, every state that adopted it is going to be using similar textbooks that fall under the Common Core State Standards. So then every class or every subject is using the same methods. So today I taught you the impact the Common Core State Standards will have in grades K through 12. The process I used was teaching you the impact it will have in math, teaching the impact it will have in English, and finally teaching the impact it will have behind the classroom. So as parents, now you guys are aware of what the Common Core State Standards, are going to be teaching our students, and you guys won't be afraid that your students are going to be behind in class or the grades are going to go lower. You guys are now aware of what exactly is going to be in the Common Core State Standards.